President Obama this week did something he's obviously been hankering to do for a while, which was to move out on his own through executive action to try to do something to clamp down on the sale of guns in America. He announced an executive order or executive orders that will do several things. They'll expand background checks, expand the definition of those who have to do background checks for gun purchasers, tighten restrictions on background checks on things like sawed-off shotguns and machine guns, and try to add some money for more alcohol, tobacco, and firearm agents and for mental health to stop people who resort to gun violence because of a mental health problem. The question in a campaign year, obviously, is what's the political impact of all this? Well, in Congress, the political effect is pretty clear. The president moved on his own because there's just no prospect of finding middle ground on gun control in this Congress. Out in the country and in the presidential campaign, the story is pretty much the same. This has become an issue that almost cleanly divides the two parties. If you're a supporter of more gun control, chances are very good that you're a Democrat. If you're an opponent of more gun control, chances are very good that you're a Republican. It's kind of like what abortion used to be seen as, one of those issues that almost defined party identity. In fact, when we did a Wall Street Journal NBC News poll in December, we found that 59% of Republican primary voters identified themselves as supporters of the National Rifle Association. Only 11% of the Democratic primary voters did the same. In that sense, it, along with climate change, has become the new issue that divides the parties most cleanly. And on the campaign trail, you're not going to find Republicans who vary from the line they've all basically staked out here, which is that this is both an outrage because the president is acting on his own, going around Congress and therefore abusing executive authority, and he's doing something we don't like, which is trying to clamp down on gun ownership. And you're not going to find Democratic candidates who vary far away from support for the president on this issue. So there's going to be a lot of sound and a lot of fury, but there's not much room for common ground on a divisive issue like this in a divisive election year.